You already know who it is. Father Moo in your area. That's right, baby. Check this crazy old patch. Moon life. You can hear those shuttles blasting off. Sounds awesome. It's life on the moon, baby. Okay, how y'all doing? Well, I said I would be trying to upload once a day. Now it looks more like once a week. Damn, that's lame. Father Moo is more like Father Lame. But, yeah, it's hard to get back in the saddle again. I don't want it to feel like running these streams is a chore. It's got to be fun. I got to be inspired. And I could blame some of it on a busy work and life schedule, but I'm not going to do that. What I will say is today I had an idea, and I said, hey, I should go to stream it. And I realized it had been a week, and I hadn't done anything. But I ain't giving up. I'm gonna keep on swinging for the fences. So let's dive right in and make something new with Father Moo. A lot of thanks to everybody who tuned back in to watch the last stream. We got almost 100 views. I know on YouTube that is nothing, but to me, it's definitely something. It's good to see that people were nice enough to wait for me to come back from my vacation. Of course, I'm going on vacation again on Friday, but it's all good. I'm gonna try to film stuff, and I don't know if I'll be recording any music over there, but I'll do what I can. I'll keep hope alive. So yeah, very simple starting point today. Somebody commented on one of the other videos and mentioned something about sequencers, and I said, oh yeah, I like this. We have note sequencer A and note sequencer B. I prefer B. It has a couple of functions, blah, blah, blah. Of course, a sequencer is usually used to control the pitch in semitones, but it doesn't have to be used to do that, which is, of course, true. And that sort of got me thinking. So let's see today what else we can use a sequencer to do. That's the concept here today. It's not the world's hugest concept, but it is a concept. So specifically, I'll just let the cat out of the bag before I even get any sounds going. What I planned to do in my mind was to make a drum program, which 3 drums are going to be plugged in here. They'll be playing a little pattern. Most of the time, as you can see, the digitizer has the quantization turned off, so the bits are the full 24 bits, not 12 or less. And it's got the sample rate cranked up to the maximum, but I'm going to run the sequencer into this input to reduce the sample rate at certain points. Except that in itself, I've done that with an LFO before, but that means that the effect is always on. Whereas if the sequencer is able to send a value that keeps this at its full amount, it should essentially be in like bypass mode. And that's what I'm going to try and do today. I'm going to run the sequencer probably at a slower clock or a divided clock compared to the standard drum pattern. And I'm going to, so like most of the time the drums will be like, yeah, we're drumming, and then suddenly it'll be all like, the sample rate will be all reduced. It'll sound all crunchy and digitally. And then it'll go back to normal again. So it's sort of like a break rather than a continuous effect, which is always on. So sequences are good for that. LFOs, somewhat less so. If you plug an LFO in here, it'll just always be doing what it's doing, as long as that knob is up. So I could have run any sequence into the sample rate reducer. I could have run a more melodic one. But drums are a good way to start because you'll be able to hear what it's doing. And, it's all the drum sounds here today you'll probably have heard before, but it'll get the job done. And this is what I would call a relatively real-world application of this concept in the sense that this isn't just theoretical. Using the sample rate reduction on drums is a standard sort of process for me. So, let's do it here. So I got the 3 drum voices just running straight into the mixer into digitizer, into the outputs. Don't worry, there'll still be more complicated stuff than this. But for starters, I'm just getting the sequencers running here. Here's the sync. Hope this is the right thing to do. I think it is, probably is. Soon enough, if my calculations are correct, which they don't seem to be so far, the 2 green lights should line up pretty close. Oh, let's just send, this will be the kick. For some reason I put channel 2 as the snare, so let's just put that, as the hi-hat. You can hear that annoying kick sound. Kick 2 is kind of a dumb kick. But, oh, these are still out of sync. Let's see if we can get them to sync up here. There we go. Okay. It's a bit loud. Not bad. Not amazing, but not bad. Let's do a little. I can't resist doing the trick that I learned here. Oops, that's not it. It should be. I don't know why I do this now. I just like it. Let's do clock random step generator. And what's the other one? Constant. Then make a mixer and set constant to any positive number. Send it to one channel and send this to the other channel. Connect this to the clock. Send this to the velocity. Now you get some variation in the hi-hat there. Lovely, just lovely. I could do it with the other ones too, but I'm not going to do it right now. Kind of a dumb drum pattern, but it is what it is. Okay, let's just turn it off for a second. I mean, that's the drum pattern you got to listen to for this whole stream, so let's just save it for when we need it. How about that? Okay, so as I said, here we go. We have a note sequencer whose job is not usually to, his job is usually to control pitches. And today, he's going to do something else. I said we need a clock divider. I just like using the one that's variable. It uses more power, but since I never know exactly what clock I want to divide, I'd rather just have the option available to me right there. So let's start by dividing it by, let's go for 4. It's probably fine. I can already tell it's not going to be enough. Just by looking at the little guy go across the thing. That might do it. Okay, so we're now dividing by 8. And we're just going to leave all these numbers where they are. And then here we're suddenly going to send some lower numbers. Some low down dirty numbers. So one was minus 12 and one was minus 21. You notice this little, the mouse has turned into a little magnifying glass, if you can see that on the bottom left of the screen. It allows you to zoom in and make, more precise edits to the sequence. I noticed that while I was reading the manual to answer the question to the guy who asked what's the difference between sequencer A and sequencer B. So that's what B can give you a greater degree of resolution. It's another factoid. So his output should be sent to here. Although I'm running into an issue now, I realize, well, let's just see what happens. Let's experiment first. Oh my gosh, it worked perfectly the first time. Okay, so with this at max, when this had the default number, you can hear now there's no processing happening. But now, did you notice that? It suddenly got bit reduced when it reached step. I don't know if I could hear it on 15, but you could definitely hear it on 16. Let's drag him down, make them the same number, minus 21. Watch it, 3, 4. You notice that? So that's kind of exactly what I wanted it to do. I was about to go ahead and put in like an inverter or something here because I thought the signal might require it. But instead it gave me exactly what I wanted. I sent it here I sent the default. I've got this cranked to max and it's not reducing at all. And then as soon as it got to the final 2 steps, it reduced it down weirdly. Cool. In fact, to make this even more of a random style sequence, let's try making it a 20-stepper and see what it does when it gets here now. It should give us a similar pattern. And there it's back to the 1 again. You can see it. Okay, so even when it's in its default state, the signal data goes back to normal. So that was very quick and dirty, but it just worked properly the first time. Here we go. That is kind of exactly what I wanted it to do, and I did it. So, wow, kind of a short one here. But that's it. That's the whole stream. I'll probably lay down another one for you in case anybody wasn't overly excited by the anticlimactic nature of this stream. However, compared to the last stream, at least it did what we were asking it to do. So thank you, little patch. All we gotta do is save it and name it. Where are we at? We're getting close to the magic number of 99. 75. So, sample. How about lo-fi drum? How about lo-fi sometimes? That's a good answer. Good name for it. It is lo-fi, but only some of the times. There we go. It almost fits in the thing. Yeah, lo-fi sometimes. That is the right name for that patch. World's greatest name? No, but will I remember what I did when I come back to it later? Yes, I will. Great. So a real short and sweet one there, but try it out on your own time. What if you ran... Here, let's just do it right now. What if you ran this into the velocity of this instead? The snare also get reduced to nothing. You could run this into the pitch input of this, even though pitch inputs are, what sequences are for. Watch, it'll do it right now. Okay, well, it didn't have much of an effect on that. But anyway, the point is you can run a sequencer into anything you want. And because it's more programmable, as you can see, than an LFO, you can make it normal for a long time and then make it suddenly weird, which is something I definitely approve of. It's been real. It's been Moo. I'll drop another stream soon. Thank you all for showing up with your bros up, and we'll see you again soon. Peace from the Big Moo.